Several years ago, before the big P, I had an online enemy who was able to trick me, deceive me, even using different people that were all him. So I thought they were new to my channel people, and they were all him. He tricked me for a long time. I believe it was over like a year and a half or something. It was a long time. But I learned a valuable lesson. I learned a permanent lesson. Again, don't think for 1 second that people in real life can't do the same thing that this man did to me intentionally, laughing his ass off the entire time, okay? In the end, he confessed, and we know that he was laughing his ass off the entire time, okay? I don't think Devin was actually laughing. No, I know Devin wasn't laughing at Jem, but you don't say all those unbelievably wonderful, loving things one moment, and then the next fall completely out of love with somebody. I think, he wasn't the most attractive on The Bachelorette. He was goofball. He wasn't the fittest. He didn't like when they had to take off their shirts. He wasn't like, I think he wanted to be chosen. He wanted to go along with it, whatever. But in the end, reality was, it's not even that he didn't just want Jen. I don't think he wanted anybody. Like my mom said, he wanted himself. I mean, I don't think he wanted anybody at all. Which is fine, unless you pretend to the contrary. Unless you fucking pretend to the contrary. But people get deceived all the time. And someone who's really good at it, Donald tricked me. Into thinking that he believed I was worthwhile or something special or whatever, when deep down he didn't think anything of the sort. In any case, if fate allows me to get to Joe, his area, I can't even say get to Joe's. She's in a wheelchair now. He already said she's gonna be in a wheelchair. My house is not wheelchair compatible. He's not gonna let her be in a wheelchair in any universe in his house. So what are we gonna do about it? Live in a fucking apartment until we can buy a house. Doesn't matter. Step A is to get the fuck out of this place. Period. 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 It's finally already in the works. I need to talk to Joe. He's still saying if I find a job. He was like, time goes by so fast. It was like 2 weeks ago. He was like, my employment's running out of a month, and then what am I going to do with your stuff? Well, you'd send it back to me, but you have to pay to send it back, Joe. I don't have a penny. We don't have any money. In fact, we have less money now with all her stuff, all her feminine, all her stuff, all her stuff that she needs. She has to always go to the bathroom before she sits down to any meal. Yesterday at lunch, I'm like, what are you peed? She peed through her wheelchair, through 2 diapers and a liner, peed right through all. She peed on the floor. She felt so bad. I'm like, it's not your fault. But she also hit, I don't even like the damn wheelchair. She won't accept, I won't make her accept it. Her physical therapist told her, and I told her. She's like, God will make me walk again. When you're in a wheelchair, she doesn't want to accept reality, so whatever. She doesn't have to. She's 78 years old, she doesn't have to accept reality. Me, on the other hand, one of the things my online enemy from several years ago said is like, are you going to keep doing, like sarcastically, are you going to keep doing this when you're 60? No, I'm going to stop. In fact, when I get to Joe's, if we get to Joe's, I'm not going to do this anymore. Or, just like last time I barely did it at all. You know, I weaned myself away from it. I did it once in a while, that's all. But here, I don't have anything else. Indisputably, I don't have anything else, so it's over. I mean, I do a lot. I have, anyway. The past. Done it a lot. Again, because I don't have anything else. I get to Joe, just like last time around, I'll have Joe. No, I don't have to stop. My heart's not in it anymore. It won't go away, but I'm aware and Joe's aware without, knowing, like, how easily any of it can just go away. Okay? That's the reality of it. I won't make it go away, but it can go away. I'll still read comments. I'll still put my videos, if they reach 100 and then reach 500, into the corresponding playlist featuring my most popular videos. But I don't plan on doing it the way that I've done it over these past years. Wish I could have stayed with Joe before. Wish I could have stayed with Joe, and my mom would have learned that she can't live alone. But she never learns that. She could fall every day, and she thinks she'll never fall again. Have this happen, have that happen. But now, with her being on death's door and all of that, she has no say. She says she wants to go anyway, but she doesn't have any say anymore, because she's completely dependent upon me. And even when she was in the nursing home, I've pointed blunt them stupid motherfuckers. I'm supposed to file a complaint against them. I'm supposed to. I think I have 6 months. I think I read Department of Public Health is 6 months out. I file complaints just to do it, not because it leads to any fucking thing, because it doesn't. Because if it did, I would have never got back a thing from that motherfucking hospital. We found no wrongdoing with the meds that you approved. I approved them, looking in the social worker's eyes and saying, make sure what happened last time around doesn't happen. I know I have no say. I thought that at the time, until I found out later to the contrary by that agency who gets people out when they're being put on trapped in mental hospitals and having a vicious cycle of antipsychotics, and they never get out. Speaking of which, Lord knows what's happening to her younger than me friend. One minute I hear she's in for weeks. She had told me she was in before. She told me personally, but then she's not getting out. Yeah. Anyhow, I trust if I can't talk to the doctor because she's going to talk to me. Oh, she's so nice. You'll love her. I'll go get her and see if she wants to see you since you're here in person to sign this paperwork. She's busy. But then you make sure you're my in-between, and then later on that phone call you act like you never said anything to me at all. No wrongdoing, yeah. Fuck you, no wrongdoing. I don't have time to be running my medical decisions about your mom by you. I'm sure she denied saying that, but how would I know how many patients she has? I have this many patients. But you're supposed to run your medical decisions by me when I'm the invoked healthcare proxy, number one. And number two, I said to your social worker, all just very, very nice and very, very polite and very just make sure that what happened last time around doesn't happen. And that was child's play. 5 milligrams of Zyprexa to 10. This time it was fucking 10. It was fucking 10 to 20 to 30. And adding gabapentin to boot. Well, we found wrongdoing with the gabapentin, begrudgingly. But interesting to note, yeah, you're supposed to be investigating her and you're on her side. Yeah, Joe would say it doesn't matter if you're a separate thing or whatever, you're all in fucking cahoots. So I'm gonna make your life miserable. More appeals I can file just to make you work. The more appeals I can file, I will. That's why they give you 10 days, and my 10 days have like run out. I'm gonna go ahead and assume it has to be postmarked. Okay, it's not 10 days because you could take 5 days to get something somewhere, especially if it's the weekend, or it should be 10 business days. Of course, I'll be mailing it out certified. I can do a reconsideration and I can file to a higher up. This bitch, it's a woman, not the one who investigated, is like, well, we did find wrongdoing with the gabapentin that she added on, but the other, you gave approval for her to treat her with that. But she left a voicemail saying it's staying the same, but more importantly, to the social worker's eyes, I said, if anything changes, please run it by me first. That is not a lot for me to ask, and I'm told no wrongdoing. I need to clean the bathroom. Bathroom is disgusting. I need to clean the bathroom. I need to talk to Joe and see what his plans are, what he's going to do. Never crossed my mind because I'm so naive that if I filed a 10-page complaint thing detailing everything, they would come back with no wrongdoing. Never crossed my mind that could happen. But again, I know and other people know and Joe knows, we all know she deserves to lose her fucking, she deserves to be whatever. Severely reprimanded. And you know, if she has that attitude with me, but she's not used to anybody, I'm sure, going against her, including the social worker, because even the last time around, the social worker was like, well, you know, the doctor knows best. I do agree with you, and I read what you sent me, Laura, about this or that, whatever, but the doctor, I know you're always going to acquiesce because to you, they're higher up than you. Yeah. I can be homeless on the fucking street and I won't bow down. I don't care. Anybody knows if it's an invoked healthcare proxy. It's just not rocket science. You have to run any medical decision about my mother by me first and not just do it. And 5 days later say you didn't have time because you have this many patients and it was the weekend and my mom was out of control. And if I'm not happy, I'm welcome to come get my mom out of there. I mean, come on. Like, what the... Of course, that's a he said, she said. And they're gonna lie, but even in the medical records, if they investigate further, they can see what the social worker wrote. And the social worker, I The patient's daughter, the invoked healthcare proxy who deserves respect and to simply be kept in the loop, which was all I asked, which wasn't much. I was unable to be redirected using the same terminology with me as they use with their patients, and I was unable to be redirected. It's right in the fucking, it's in the, what that social worker wrote. And she explained to patient's daughter that why she wasn't able to contact her. But she has to. And they investigate and don't see the medical, they don't read that. Do this anymore alone. Carried home heavy groceries 2 days in a row. Can't do delivery all the time. Don't want to do delivery all the time. You have to pay a fee. I don't want to pay a fee. I can't do delivery all the time anyway, because you not only have to pay a fee, you have to spend a certain amount. Can't do delivery all the time. But I also have to be cognizant of the fact that I'm getting too old for this shit, and I need to get to Joe's. We have no money. We're living more hand to mouth than ever. But on top of everything, my heart's not in it anymore. The contrast between what I am online, how I'm praised, and how I'm called this or that, complimentary, and my real life status is just too much. I can't take it anymore. Just a drastic, just drastic. It's too much. It's obscenely drastic difference, and I just don't want to do it anymore, that's all. But I'm still doing it in the meantime because it's what I do. I don't want to be anything else. Indisputably don't have anything else. In person, I have Joe thousands of miles away, and I'm desperate to get to him because this is it's over. She has no say. She behaved the other day, not budging, eyes closed, and she wouldn't move, and she was looking out the front door, and like, you could do this, you've never done this before, you could do it any other day, you could do it when they leave the dishwasher, people are coming here at 7 in the morning, likely to act like it can't possibly be their labor, and trying to blame me or blame the dishwasher, and lo and behold, Laura's really smart again. She was right. It's exactly what happened. And it was their labor, and that they made a stupid mistake of not having the cord straight, and it was coiled, and it was coming out of the wall. The fact, it can't be my labor, it has to be the dishwasher. Good. If you're going to blame the dishwasher that it's not draining, then this was his attitude at 7 in the morning. Thankfully not right at 7, because I had just gone through hell with her. I'm not moving, Mom, please, I'm begging you. They don't need any reason. They don't like me. They know I complained about them, even though I was sought out to complain about them. I didn't directly try to complain. They don't know that. Of course, they send the same guy to examine his own work and to point blank say to me, it's not my labor. If you're going to, I said to him, I fucking care. I'd already dealt with her. She wouldn't move. She wouldn't budge. No, I'm not moving. Locking her wheelchair and forcing me to move it without even her. Then she doesn't know why she did it, and she's sorry. Any other day, Mama wouldn't get fucked. You could sit there all day long and look out the window. I mean, out the front door, but not when 2 people are coming here and need to get by. And I don't want you looking like sitting there like that. We agreed you'd go in your bedroom. It was just the way she was behaving. We agreed she'd go in her bedroom, and she wouldn't budge. She wouldn't move. course it's going to trigger me. Because I know these men, they're coming at 7 in the morning. I'm on 2.5 hours sleep. And she needed to go in her bedroom like she's supposed to do also when I make the meals for her. She refused to budge. Just the fact she refused to budge, I was like, what are you doing? And her eyes closed. Whoa, she's and I had visions of if they walked in or if we were arguing or whatever, they have no, and then I'll wait another 2 weeks for my fucking dishwasher. And in the end, it was something minor. But I said, it's not my labor. If it's not your labor, you fill out a claim form and say it's my dishwasher. He didn't even want to investigate. He wanted to just say, well, try to blame me. Well, there's a whole bunch of food in this sink. Yeah, it's in a strainer. Fuck you. He just had an attitude. And sickening. I'm dependent upon, they're going to send the same, you're going to send the same guy back. It could be from the same company, but they sent the same fucking guy back. They sent the same guy back to investigate his work. And I predicted at time he's going to say it's not his labor. Of course he did. He didn't even want to investigate. He's like, well, it's working now. It wasn't on. I said, and then when I mentioned how it had happened before, a week and a half prior, but I didn't complain about that with the plug coming loose. But at first he wanted to say it can't possibly be his labor. Yes, it can. My God, a freaking doctor removed a medical doctor. You're a plumber. A doctor removed a guy's liver instead of his spleen. He died on the medical. Allegedly removed the liver instead of the spleen, and he died on the operating table. That was an Inside Edition. The fact is, and planes almost crashed into each other with people. People can make mistakes. You can't come back here and say it can't possibly be your labor. And another reason, I get to have, if there's a problem, I get to have the same people come back to examine their own work and say, oh, well, it can't be my labor. Of course it can fucking be your labor. In the end, it was, even if it was minor, it was your fucking labor, you fucking asshole. I predicted ahead of time that's what you would do, dude. I'm nearly done washing all the clothes, all the bedding, replaced the always with Depends, and now she doesn't pee the bed anymore, thank God, because she was peeing through the pads, every bit of bedding all the way down to the mattress protectors, and I have to wash all of that. When do I possibly have time to wash our clothes, any of our clothes, or my bedding? So I have all clean sheets. My 3 comforters are all washed and dried. All clean sheets. And she hasn't peed all week. But it's not the wheelchair. The wheelchair doesn't get her anywhere any faster because I've witnessed it. It's me being smart and saying there's got to be something going on here. There's got to be something going on. The wheelchair does get her faster though, because she hasn't peed the bed at all with the 2 diapers in the liner at night. And yet she did, it holds it. Then how come it didn't hold it at lunchtime, where she peed through the 2 diapers in the liner? doesn't make any sense. I don't know how she's managing to not pee the bed at night. Unless the wheelchair does get her faster to the bathroom. Possible it does. Maybe it does. Not that she goes super fast, but maybe I don't realize that she really, in the walker, just couldn't move at all. I don't know. I know it's a combination. I know the always weren't fitting her good because they weren't going up over her big belly. So I was smart to replace them, but if she's completely, and then she also was peeing the bed because I gave her the friggin', I gave in and gave her the bedpan from the nursing home, and I believe she was thinking she was getting it in, but she wasn't, because when there's this much, there's no way, and I had to take it away. Sorry, can't have it. Can't have it. You're peeing directly on the bed. I can tell something that goes through a diaper a little bit versus this. You think you're going into the bedpan and you're not. You're putting down and you're peeing directly on the bed, and I can't have that every fucking night. Just like I can't not have a dishwasher. It's just these little things make a big fucking difference. Oh. Joe's gonna say you should have put your house on the market right in June. You're right, should have. I should have. But I was dealing with a lot with her coming home and just trying to just get acclimated to it all and dealing with it all. And I just, when I wasn't running this household 24/7, I wanted to leave for a few hours in the sunshine. After a year and a half of hell, I just wanted the sunshine. The stuff I'll never say to Joe is also that his attitude where, you have to go through the motions just like I'm doing. I'm probably going to have to sell my house and move into an apartment and that's it. And, but you have to make the effort and you probably aren't going to be able to even move, not understanding that I can't imagine if I have to stay here like this in the winter and whatever, but now if this post isn't going to sell right away, it is going to be in winter. It's just awful. It's awful. But time goes by like that. Everything takes so much time, and after everything I've been through and her nearly dying on me and whatever, I just wanted to enjoy a couple of months of the summer. And then I started buckling down in August. I just wanted she came on the end of May. I wanted to enjoy June and July. Now it's in the process. But that, we don't know how long it's going to take, but it is in the process. Then talking and figuring it out and getting the new dishwasher, and I have to get the floor done. And